5 strategies then that I think never loose you down. First one would be warm curiosity. If I maintain a warm curiosity, one of the things it stops me doing is I can't become judgmental then. If I'm wondering around why this behaviour is happening. I am certainly not the expert on their behaviour. They are, the person themselves are. What I could be good at is being a good detective. Equally, my tone of voice is important because it helps regulate me. And so by doing so, I might be able to co-regulate with them. The second one then is about relationships. Investing in people, and that relationship is incredibly important. Trying to get that person's trust, particularly if we're expecting people to open up and respond to us. The saying around trust, earned in drops and lost in buckets, I think is really important and something when working with people that I really need to focus upon. Third point then would be around the function of the behaviour. What is this behaviour telling us? What are they trying potentially to say with this behaviour? Lots of behaviour can have a communicative function to it. So sometimes thinking around, is the person trying to get towards something, trying to get away from something? If you think of an iceberg analogy, some of what may be going on you can see on the surface, but maybe 90% of what we can't see behaviourally is going on inside the person's head. So thinking around, what does this tell us? Number 4 then would be around starting a new behaviour rather than trying to stop a behaviour. Sometimes I think it's almost instinctive in us to tell people to stop doing something, particularly when we become dysregulated. Stop doing that, will you? However, where we want to be, where we want to stay regulated, is to ask people and to encourage people to start a new behaviour. Hopefully, that's answering that function that we talked about in point 3 earlier. But some of that we have to think around when we're relaxed, when we're calm, not in the heat of the minute. So we almost have to agree with ourselves before, and that's going to be our strategy. Human instinct is to fight against people telling us to stop doing things. 5th one then would be about responding to the emotion, validating how people are feeling, regardless of what strategy I've come along and think might work. Really important is that I validate the person's emotion. Now that doesn't always mean that I'm agreeing with their right or wrong around that, but it's important that a starting point is validating their emotion. Hopefully this might have been of some use. Feel free to drop a comment.